Hey there, have you ever just walked down a street and really looked at all the buildings around you? You've got the place with the amazing smell of fresh bread, the one with incredible art, so many places. And you know what? Each one has a really special job. Today, we're going to go on a little tour and uncover the secrets of these essential city buildings. Let's get started.
All right, so here's our plan for this adventure. First, we're going to figure out what actually makes a building public. Then, we'll take a super fast tour of town to see some of the big ones. After that, we'll connect them to our everyday needs, see them in action in the amazing city of Istanbul, and then we'll wrap it all up with a quick review to make sure it all sticks.
Okay, let's kick things off with the absolute basics. I mean, we're surrounded by these buildings all the time, but what is it that makes them so important to how a city works?
So, a public building. What is that exactly? It's way simpler than it sounds, trust me. It's basically any place, like a library or a fire station, that's open to everyone and is there to help the community. These are the shared spaces that really make our cities go round.
All right, you ready for a lightning-fast tour of town? We're about to spot some of the most common buildings out there. Pay attention and see how many of these you already know.
And first up, the fire station. You can't miss those bright red trucks, right? This is home base for our brave firefighters who are always ready to race out to an emergency.
Next, we've got a much quieter spot, the art gallery. This is a really peaceful place where you can just get lost looking at amazing paintings and incredible sculptures.
Can you just smell that through the screen? It's the bakery. This is where the magic happens. Warm, fresh bread, sweet pastries, yummy muffins, the good stuff.
And now, time for some fun. The cinema. This is where you go to grab a giant thing of popcorn and watch the newest movies up on that huge screen.
Okay, here's a place that is just pure fun, the toy shop. It's like a whole world of imagination, just packed with games and dolls and all kinds of awesome toys.
And our final stop on this whirlwind tour is the amusement park. We're talking giant Ferris wheels, thrilling roller coasters. It's all about excitement here.
So we've learned their names, which is great, but why do we have them? Every single one has a really important job to do. So now, let's connect the dots and figure out the real purpose behind each building.
You know, this is the big question, isn't it? Every single day we need different things, and knowing which building does what, well, that's the secret to getting around a city.
It's kind of like a big matching game when you think about it. You have a need, and there's a place for it. Need some medicine? You're off to the chemist's. Want to go ride some bumper cars? The amusement park is calling your name. See? Every building is a solution to a problem.
Okay, let's see how all this stuff works in the real world. We're going to tag along with two friends for a day in the beautiful, super busy city of Istanbul and see all these buildings in action.
So let me introduce you to Seda and her friend James. We're going to follow them on a packed Saturday adventure through Istanbul, and you'll get to see just how many different public buildings they pop into along the way.
Whoa, what a day! They started with breakfast in a park, then did some shopping, bought a book, explored a museum and a mosque, and even grabbed some groceries. If you think about it, that's 5 different kinds of public places in just one day. It just goes to show you how much we rely on these buildings, sometimes without even realizing.
Whew! We have covered a lot of ground in a pretty short amount of time. So let's do a quick review of the big ideas we talked about today.
So, here's what it all boils down to. Our cities are basically these huge networks of specialized buildings. Every single one is there for a reason, and understanding what that reason is, well, that's the key to getting what you need and navigating your world.
All right, you've been on the grand tour, you've seen it all. Now it's time for a little pop quiz to see what you remember. You think you're ready to test your knowledge?
First question, and it's a nice, easy one to get us started. Can you name just one public building you would find in a city? Thinking of one? Did you say a bakery? Or cinema? Maybe fire station? Awesome job if you got one of those.
Question number 2. Let's see how well you were paying attention during our trip to Istanbul. Where did Jada and James go when they wanted to buy a novel? If you said the bookstore, you are absolutely right.
And for our final question, a very practical one. Let's say you've got a headache and you need a painkiller. Which building are you looking for?
That's the one. You would go to the chemist's. You might also call it a pharmacy. It's the go-to spot for medicine and all kinds of health supplies.
And that pretty much brings us to the end. But I'm going to leave you with a fun little challenge. The next time you're walking around your city or town, I want you to really look at the buildings. What's one that you've probably never paid attention to before? What do you think its purpose is? Keep exploring. Thanks for joining us today.